My name is Håkan Engqvist. I'm CSO and co-founder of the company Emplicure from Uppsala. I'm also part-time. Some problems? Okay. I'm also part-time professor at Uppsala University in applied material science. And today I will present our work with developing the next generation of nicotine pouches. Our vision. We are committed to innovating the way adult nicotine consumers engage with less harmful alternatives, expanding the category and making it more relevant and attractive so that more choose nicotine pouches over the cigarettes and e-cigarettes. We are being innovative when it comes to the new manufacturing techniques, and I will now go through briefly what we do. But first, we have a heritage from biomaterials and pharmaceutical development. So the company was started around delivering controlled delivery of active pharmaceutical ingredients. We are based in Uppsala. We have about 10 years of studies, including 3 PhD theses around the technology. And during the last year, I would say we have packed the company with competence from the nicotine pouch category, combined with our previous pharmaceutical and biomaterials competence. We have a new CEO, Mattias Jusander, who has been the former Vice President Marketing and Business Unit International on Swedish Match. And I will also then highlight our chairman, comes from the life science, Anders Peteri, board member, also from previous Swedish Match. Wislander is an investor, industrialist, and a scale-up expert. And then Lars-Olof Löfman, former Vice President R&D at Swedish Match. We feel that we have a quite good base to be innovative and also to be able to commercialize our nicotine pouch technology. So those of you that are into the field, you know that the present products are all based on cellulose as a carrier and a nicotine bitartrate as the nicotine salt. So this is a PK study published in Psychopharmacology, where I compare, in this case it's wet nicotine pouches, and this curve is the smoking, the cigarettes. And as you see, the nicotine delivery is slower from the nicotine pouch compared to the cigarettes. And we have then been working on, and also another thing to think about is the Cmax, the maximum nicotine level reach is when you take the pouch out of the, so we have been focusing mainly of a faster release of the nicotine, and we have been trying then to model that and do a lot of experiments to find the right composition to deliver nicotine faster than with the present dry products, and thus developing a dry product that behaves as a wet. We would like to have a long experience of the taste, and we have been also working heavily on doing the pouches smaller. So where to search for new carriers? We did the analysis that the cellulose is in one way hindering both the experience but also the delivery of the nicotine. So if you look at the bigger parts of where you can look for materials to deliver active ingredients, metals in reality is not really used. Not in many of the pharmaceutical applications either. Polymers, of course, then you have the cellulose and some other that you can work with. We have been focusing on ceramic carriers. And we have then been focusing on what's called bioceramics, and they are belonging to a class of ceramics called chemically bonded ceramics. In reality, that's calcium salts. Why? They are today used in food. There are many of those that are approved and used. Acidity regulators, anti-caking, and so on. Pharmaceuticals, they are used you can find them in the pharmacopoeia, used as excipients, mainly in active filler particles in tablets, and could be also used to control the release. of active ingredients. And my own field has been medical devices, where calcium salts are heavily used as implantable bone void fillers to fill bone voids after cancer surgery or accidents and the like. So, this is a schematic of what we're trying to do. We can talk about this later. We have a booth outside, because it could be a little bit complicated. But in the PK, or the uptake of nicotine in blood, is controlled of the dissolution rate of the nicotine salt. So the bitartrate used in dry products have a lag time of 5 to 7 minutes before it starts to have a real release. What we've been able to develop is a dry product that have an immediate release. It starts directly. So in each given time point, you need less nicotine for the same effect, or you get more effect from the same amount of nicotine. You see, that's why it's so important to have a faster release than to have this lag time. Okay? So this is the difference in uptake, and there is a lag time. So those who go through PK studies published on dry products, the wet products have an immediate release. On the other hand, they lose the taste faster. Okay? So what we do, technically, we use a bioceramic, calcium sulfate is what we work with. Excipients, in this case, would be, could be, for example, be flavor, or they could also be a pH regulator or so that we use as an excipient, or another fillers, and an active substance. In our case here, it's nicotine. Okay? We mix it, we add the curing liquid, and we make small granules out of the curing, so it cures in the manufacturing. And then the active ingredient, in our case nicotine, is then stored within the pores of the formed small granules. And they are then in such a state that we have a very fast release when in contact with moisture and saliva. So our unique selling points, we have a unique system. It's a very small pouch. You could go and try one or test it out at the booth. It delivers a fast, strong, and long-lasting experience. We don't bleach the powder. And we are the only biotech developed nicotine pouch on the market. And we have created it through bioscience and from the medical technology. We are engineered in Sweden, and we are to be launched this in Sweden and the UK in September of this year. And I don't know how much time I have, but I could go through just the summer again. So we work with biocompatible bioceramic materials. We can control the dosage and the release within relatively wide ranges through this technology. We are now focused and have locked one, but we are working on more, so the pots are cooking. We work with tobacco-free products only. And we are from Sweden, an innovative company, and we are also then slowly starting on the NRT field. So, thank you for me.